Hey, here we are on the 2/6 Keystone review. These are the notes. We're going to start by doing LCM again. LCM, you're going to take your largest number and write down multiples of that number. So we're adding 16 each time. I do believe that's going to be enough. And now we're going to do the same thing with 3. So 3, add 3 as you go through. This is how you list multiples. Adding 3 each time, just like we have. And I haven't come across anything that matches yet, so I'm going to keep going. Oh boy. Okay, guys, I got to keep going over here. 33, 36. Keep going until we get something that matches. We're almost there. There it is. So the least common multiple is 48. So that's the first number that 3 and 16 both go into. And let's see, we take x with the biggest exponent and y with the biggest exponent. So x to the 6th, y to the 3rd. GCF, you have to think about what goes into 3 and 16. That's just going to be a 1. They don't both have an x and they don't both have a y, so it's just 1. Now we are going to do the next one. We want the equation for the line. Now you are more than welcome just to pick like 2 points that balance it and do like your normal slope and everything. But I would love for you guys to be able to remember how to use your calculator. Your x's in your calculator are going to go into L1 and your y's are going to go into L2. I'm going to grab my, let's see, I have my calculator right here. So I'm hitting these buttons. I'm hitting stat, I'm hitting edit, and I'm clearing out my lists. I'm going to type all my x's in my L1. So everything in black, all these x's have to go in L1. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12. I'm going to type all of these orange highlights. I got to match them up with my x's. So beside 1, I'm putting beside it 14. Beside 2, I'm putting a 10. Beside 4, I'm putting a 12. Beside 6, I'm going, 5. Beside 5, I'm going to put an 8. Beside 6, I need a 9. Beside the other 6, I need a 6. Beside my 8, I need a 3. Beside my 9, I need a 4. Beside my 11, I need a 3. And beside my 12, I need a 1. I am quickly going to show you what that looks like on my calculator. That is from the L1 and the L2. I typed them all in there. All right, and now I'm going to hit stat and go over to calculate and pick number 4, which is linear regression like we have been. And I get y equals, my calculator, negative 1.11 with an x plus 14.1. And again, I'm going to show you my screen so you can see that. So I'm going to do a picture. Use my camera. Take a picture of this so you can see it. Use that photo. Sorry if that's loud. And crop it down so you can see how we got all those numbers. All right, and there they are. So that was by using those buttons there on the side, and that will give you the equation that you need. All right, number 3. A clinical researcher is recording the blood pressure of patients by trying a new medication that's going to decrease high blood pressure. The researcher records the following pressures. First thing I need to check are these in order? Was I nice? Yes, good. They are in order. If not, we would want that. Good. Use the following information that we just had to find the interquartile range. All right, so we got to go even on both sides. Maybe 3 at a time. Maybe 2 at a time. I'm going to slow down, go 1 and 1. Aha, 2 middle numbers. When you have 2 middle numbers, you add them together. So I have my calculator. I'm doing 71 plus 73. 144, and you divide by 2. On my calculator, that gives me 72. That's my quartile 2, or my median. So I'm going to put a Q2 beside that. That is my median or my quartile 2. What that's going to do is split all of my data in half. So I'm going to go just like this. That split all of my data in half. Now what I'm going to do is find the middle of the first half. So maybe 65, 66, 71, and 70, 67, 69, That's my Q1. 68 is in the middle. Do the same thing on the other side. Boom, 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 boom. A clean cut Q3. Now, the reason we had to do that is because it asked for the interquartile range. The interquartile range takes Q1 and it subtracts Q3, take away Q1. So in this case, what is my Q3? So it would be 76, highlighting that in red, take away 68. 76 take away 68 is going to equal 8. That's my interquartile range. 50% of my data is in there, or is within 8 units of each other. All right, now we're going to do this again. We're going to find the mean, the range, and the median for 2 different classes. Was I nice? Did I put them in order? Yes, good. All right, so I didn't waste any time for you. I did put these in order already. So let's go ahead and find the mean. Well, to find the mean, remember, you have to add them all together. So you know what? So you can see it on a calculator on the screen. I'll do it here. 55, add 67, add 68, add 72, 73, 85, 92, and 95. So I have 607 when I add them together. Divide by how many kids are in the class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Divide by 8. And I have a mean or an average of 75.875. My range. My range is my high, not my interquartile range, just my range, minus my low. 95 take away 55 equals 40. Now my median. So my median means middle. So let me get rid of those slash marks and cross a couple off at a time. So what's in the middle? Boom, boom. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm alright. Did you eat?
Not yet. Add them together. 72 add 73. 145 divided by 2, because we had to split it in half. 72.5. All right, we're going to do that again for class B. Remember, average means add them together. Let's see, I guess I'll move that over here. So mean, I got to add them up. 42 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80 plus 90 plus 94 plus 99. Sorry, they're loud. Plus 100. Oh, I'm so sorry, I should have the door shut. So I have a total of 685 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This time there are 9 kids, for a total of 76.11. The range is the high, take away the low, so 100 take away 42. Hello.
I got my book over the weekend. I'm so happy.
That's awesome. Good job. And then for the median's going to be the middle. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1 and 1. Yes, I love it when there's a middle number. 80. So if they were asking us to ever like compare these two classes, I could say that just looking at the range, I could say that group B is more spread out because the range is bigger. And on average, I would say class B tends to have the better grades because the mean and the median are higher, just to compare them. All right, number 5, find the mean, the median, the mode from the following line plot. That's very unfortunate. I can't do that with these, so I apologize. Let's just pretend those don't say what they say, and I'll have to fix that. Let's pretend that this said favorite. Or let's pretend this said, how many cats do you have? That's what we're going to do. We have to pretend like this is how many cats you have. So this person's going to say they have no cats. This person's going to, this is how many kids have 1 cat, 2 cats, and 3 cats. Sorry, I should have looked that over better. So we need to pretend this is how many cats do you have. All right, so in order to do this, we have to list them out. I'm very sorry about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people have 0 cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people have 0 cats. 3 people have 3 cats. 1 person has 2 cats. And 3 people have 3 cats. All right, now to find the median. Well, the median means you find the middle. So boom, 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 boom. Nice and slow now. One on each side, maybe one on each side again. Okay, we got to average those. 1 plus 1 makes 2, divided by 2 makes 1. That's how you find the median. The mean means you have to average them together. So I'm going to add that list of numbers together using my calculator. So what do I have? 0 5 times, 2, 0, 0, 0. I'm going to hit 1 3 times, 1, 1, 1. I have a single 2 and I have 3 3s. So when I add them together, I end up with 14. Let's move that over there. So adding them up for mean, I get 14 divided by how many people were on my list? How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so 14 divided by 12 is an average of 1.2 cats. So I guess we could probably just say 1 cat, right? Or I guess you could say 1 cat and a pregnant cat. I don't know. And then the mode. What is the most occurring item? The mode means most. So the mode would be 0 cats because that's the one that has the most tally marks. Number 6, use the following information to find the probability. A bag has, I'm going to color code this, 5 blue, 4 red, 3 green, and a student, oh, they are loud. A student is going to pick a marble from the bag and roll a number cube with sides 1 through 6. So we're going to pick a marble and roll a number cube. When we did this, I said how many actions? That's how many fractions. So 2 actions, 2 fractions. So the first fraction we're going to have, that's about the marble. And the second fraction, that's going to be about the number cube. All right, let's see what they want. The probability of not picking a blue. Well, I guess I better add all those marbles up. So what's 5 plus 4 plus 3? All right, so the first denominator here is going to be a 12. So how many of them are not blue? Well, what's 12 take away 5? 12 take away 5 is 7. So that's not blue. There are 7 of them that are not blue. And then I want to get a 4 on my number cube. Well, if you think about a number cube has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many of them have a 4? 1 of them. How many sides? 6. You learned that when you have 2 separate events, you multiply that together. So I have my calculator for 7 over 12. Take a look at how I'm typing it. Times 1 over 6. I'm going to enter that. So the probability is 7 out of 72 for that student to not get a blue and to roll a 4. Not very likely. In fact, if we change that to a decimal, that's only like a 9% chance of happening. You can look at my calculator there. Number 7, examine the following histogram. It shows the ages of women who visit the library. How many people aged 20 to 59 can be expected to go to the library next year if the library expects to have a total of 600 visitors? So this problem asks us to focus on 20 through 59. So here's 20 all the way up to 59. So what's it going to include these bars? So 20 to ages, so in other words, don't go to 60. So just do these bars here. Well, as we've already talked about in the past, we need to make sure we know how high all of those bars are. This bar is 1. In other words, 1 woman from ages 20 to 30 attends the library. The next one is 3 tall. The next one is 7 tall. The next one is 9 tall, 12 tall. Let's see, this one's 7 tall, 3 and 1. And remember, it's always very important to figure out how many total. So I'm going to grab my calculator and do 1, add 3, add 7, add 9, add 12, add 7, add 3, add 1. So what do I have here? I have 43 total. I hope that's right. Let's see, 10, 11, 23, 20. I'm just going to double check that. 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 9 plus 12 plus 7 plus 3 plus 1. Okay. Now, we are only focused on ages from this category right here to right here, okay? So we only want to focus on my green highlighted 8 because of the 20 to 59. So I need to add those up. What is 1 plus 3 plus 4? Sorry, what is 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 9? 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 9. A total of 20 there. So now it's time to go ahead and make our proportions that we usually make with bar graphs. So 20 of them out of 43 of them fit this category of 20 to 59 years old. But we want to know about 600 of them, so we do x out of 600. Once you set it up, I'm going to guess you know to cross multiply. So it's 43x equals, let's see, it's 12 with 3 zeros, and when you multiply, divide by 43, and out of 600 people, let's see, 12,000, get that right, divided by 43, we can expect that about 279 of them will be ages 20 to 59 years old. Which makes sense because it was out of 600. All right, number 8, we've got this. We're going to use our calculator again. You're more than welcome to use your slope formula, and you're more than welcome to use your point slope formula and to roll like that. But I am going to make an equation on my calculator when I see a table. So a doctor records the weight and the height of his patients, and it can be found on this table. Based on this information, what can they predict the height of someone to be 140 pounds? So we know it's got to be between these two numbers, but we're actually going to figure it out perfectly. So I'm going to put all of these numbers on L1 and all of these numbers on L2, and I can at least do that much here on my calculator. So stat and edit, clear your lists, and type your numbers in. So 60, 76. Now again, you can use your slope formula just like you learned from Miss Miles. The calculator is just a really nice tool if you remember how to do it. You can find the slope. All right, now I won't be able to do this on this calculator. I'm going to have to use the one here beside me because this one it's not the expensive kind. All right, I'm going to type it in on my physical calculator here beside me. Okay, now you have to hit stat, go over to calc, and you're going to pick number 4. I have to do it on my calculator here because I don't have the pro version of that one. And I get, show you my calculator. Let's look here. Let's crop that so you can see. All right, my equation will be y equals 2.5x minus 40. Shrink that down so I can see the question. Now, this one wants to know about somebody weighing 140 pounds. Remember, that's your y values. So 140 is going to go in for y this time. So I'm going to do 140 equals 2.5x minus 40. And I'm going to guess at this point, maybe I'm wrong, but I think at this point, you know to add 40 to get 180. I think you know to divide by 2.5. So it's 180 divided by 2.5 for a total of 72. Now what is this? 72, what is x? X is in height, it's inches. So that is the predicted height. Why does a domain of 0 not make sense in context of this problem? Well, domain of 0 means x would be 0, right? So if we do y equals 2.5 times 0 minus 40, we're saying that somebody would be negative 40 pounds if they're 0 inches high. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. There's no such thing as 0 inches high. All right, number 9, Mrs. Langella is going to display 1 out of 12 of her students' projects from Block A and 1 out of 20 from her students in Block B. What's the probability that she picks the longest project from Block A and the best graded quiz from Block B? Well, that's 2 different picks, so 2 actions, 2 fractions. She's only going to pick 1 out of 12 on the first one and 1 out of 20 on the second one. So 1 out of 12 times 1 out of 20. We end up with 1 out of 240 different ways to do that. Hope that was helpful. Your homework will match it almost identical.